In all of my years of collecting, I have always wanted an SH Monster Arts. Now, a few years in, I have one, but today I recently added yet another. The almighty GMK SH Monster Arts Godzilla. This is one of my favorite all-time molds of Godzilla. It's one of my favorite Godzilla movies. So, I absolutely adore the fact that SH Monster Arts made their own. And when I got this as a Christmas present on Christmas Eve, because I opened a few of my presents then, I was very, very ecstatic. I have been a big fan of the GMK Godzilla for almost ever since I saw it. And when I got it, I was just, oh my gosh, I have possibly the best version of this figure in my hands. And a few hours in, I can still say it holds up incredibly well. The articulation, detail, everything on it is incredibly amazing. But I guess I'm just going to have to show you that. Now, detail on the GMK Godzilla is incredibly well done. The face and head, there is just so much detail. Every scale is done, and it's just fantastic. Even the tongue and teeth are really well detailed, and the eyes especially look nice. If we go farther down the neck, the spikes, arms, and chest, those are all really, really well done. We can see on the arms and hand here, they look really, really good. If we go up to the chest, it's all really well done. It has all the scales imprinted in. And if we go to the spines, you can actually see some of them are curved. They're not all straight, which actually adds a lot of effect to it. I don't know why, it just really, really looks phenomenal to me. If we go down to the legs, they are about as detailed as everything else. Everything is individually painted in. And the tail is a whole new beast of its own that we'll get to later. But it is remarkably detailed as everything is.
There are some incredible articulation on this figure. But due to the fact that some of the joints are incredibly loose, some are incredibly tight, and it will just be a shit show if I actually do point out all the articulation, I'm just going to manually point them out to you. The mouth is articulated. The tongue in the mouth is actually articulated. There is a ball joint right here at the neck, another ball joint right here at the neck, and then there's finally one more ball joint right there. If we move to the arms, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points of articulation along the arms. If you're wondering why I'm pointing twice, the wrist actually, if you can see there, it's a separate point of its own. If we go down here, the waist, I believe, has 2 points, 1, 2. So that is for the waist. The leg, knee, the calf, and ankle, and the foot all are on a separate kind of articulation. Same with that foot. And you remember when I said the tail was a whole new beast of its own? I was not kidding. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think that's part of it. 6, 7. Yes, 7. Alright. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There's 16 points on the tail. I know it is incredibly hard to keep up with that, but there is 16 points. It's incredibly hard to point out, but there. So that would be, I believe, I don't know. It is way too much to count up for me. I'm sorry. Just know there's a whole shit ton.
Alright, so after recording that little bit, I checked over, and there's actually 43 points of articulation, including the tail, if I did count the tail right, though. I'm not 100% sure if I did or not, so someone might have to correct me. Anyway, to add, there is no accessories at all with this figure. It comes bareless. However, if you do have your NECA variation with the Atomic Blast, essentially, you can use that effect part. It doesn't come with a stand, sadly, but if you're facing it down, you can easily use it. I've heard this guy referred to as the scariest version of Godzilla, and frankly, I don't disagree. With those wide eyes and giant snarling teeth, I can see why this is a hell of a scary Godzilla. But is he as scary when it comes to size comparisons? Let's find out. The first figure we'll compare him with is the NECA 2019 Godzilla King of the Monsters Burning/Fire Godzilla. Here they are side to side. Let's move him. The only other Godzilla figure I have on me is his incredibly small 1954 Godzilla. And here they are side by side. And because he's too cute to throw or just slide away, I'm gonna walk him out of here. And why not put him to our previous review, the Amber Collection Velociraptor. Overall, this SH Monster Arts, in my opinion, is better than the one I have already, which, if you're unaware, is the 1995 Rebirth Godzilla. This figure, I think, has a lot more solid articulation, a lot more better when it comes to holding poses, and not only that, I think it actually has a lot better detail and paint-wise. This Godzilla is also larger to what I've seen. Overall, this is my favorite Godzilla, and I think that it's going to go great in my collection. I am incredibly happy that I managed to get this guy, so thank you everyone for watching, and I'm going to see you in the next video. Bye-bye.